Whoa. Woo. Greg and Glenda, I don't see where you are, Glenda, but wherever you are, there you are, in the center. I just want to say thank you for that intro and that video. You know, when I see things about the city and what we've done, it always brings it back to me. It's really wonderful to be here tonight with so many friends. They're the loud people. Raising money for the center's vital youth programming and celebrating the contributions of other fabulous folks like Mark Jacobs and Jan Sigmund, and of course, Secretary Hillary Rodham Clinton. And if you haven't already had a chance to see or experience the center's youth programming in action, you have to. Because it's glorious to see young people finding family and home in the center, which is a truly life-saving force for many youth. As a public servant in local government, it's particularly thrilling for me to be accepting tonight's Community Impact Award. In the 2 years that I've served in New York City as the commissioner and chair of the city's Commission on Human Rights, I've just been amazed at the power that we have in government to impact people's lives and be a force for good. At the Commission, we enforce the very powerful laws of New York City against discrimination and harassment, including explicit protections against sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression discrimination. Yeah, for New York City. And in New York City, employers can't harass employees because they have a picture of their same-sex partner on their desk, because the Commission will take on those cases. And housing brokers can't refuse apartments to trans folks because they just don't like how they look, because the Commission will hold them accountable too. And in New York City, you can pee in peace. You can use the restroom consistent with who you are. No birth certificate, no ID, you just go ahead and pee. And you all know that our communities are diverse and we face other forms of hate and bigotry. So the New York City Commission on Human Rights works to combat discrimination and race discrimination in its many forms, like ride refusals by cabs, profiling in stores, because we are also Black and brown and many other colors. And the Commission protects people of faith or no faith from being harassed, because we are many things. We are Muslims, we are Jews, we are Catholics and Christians and Sikhs and Buddhists and Hindus and atheists. We are also people with disabilities, and in fact, disability-related investigations are among the Commission's highest. And we enforce protections for people regardless of their immigration status. Because we are all human beings, and where you're from or how you got here does not make you any more or less worthy of respect or your basic human rights. That's New York City, folks. And we are immigrants too. I'm incredibly grateful to Mayor de Blasio for giving me this privilege to lead the agency during this specific moment in time, when it's so important for government to be standing up as a voice against hate, embracing difference, and saying, no, we will not turn our backs on the most vulnerable. Tonight, as I accept this honor for impact and for impacting our community, I also urge you to be part of that impact. These days, I'm often asked, how can I help? How can I be a part of resisting hate? And I think that there are many answers to those questions. But my answer has been, invest in your local government and your local community. We can be a model of resisting hate nationally. Many people in this room already do it. And now I'm asking all of you to do it. So work or volunteer for a city agency or a community organization or an elected official. Be the policymaker, identify a community need and propose a bill. Contact your local elected official and lobby for change. Reflect and practice human rights in your life at home and at work. Join me at the commission and volunteer at an event or an outreach initiative. Lend your talents, lend your celebrity, lend your time to help us actually stand up for human rights in New York City. Donate. When I first joined local government, I brought with me my experience as a lawyer championing civil and human rights of different people in the workplace. And I also brought with me my life experience as a daughter and wife of immigrants, a lesbian of color, and a mom of biracial children. Then other believers in human rights, some of whom are here now, they joined me in this pursuit to make government more representative of the communities that we are in and the communities that we serve. Their relationships have resulted in more concrete protections for more of the city's diverse communities and effective partnerships with community-based organizations like the Center. Across our agency, our staff now speak 30 languages. That's up from 6 when I started 2 years ago. And our staff also include several of the L, the G, the B, and the T. The commission is what it is today and does what it does because real people answered the call to public service. And you can do this too. For too many people, especially the most vulnerable in our communities, government is intangible, or particularly now at the federal level, it's an oppressive force. But we can remake what government means, especially at the local level. Our city is not perfect, but I think we strive to be, and we strive to be better. And I think the stars are aligned in New York City. We have a strong human rights law. You have a mayor, a city council, and other elected officials with the will to make this city the national model of acceptance, love, and compassion. And we can send a powerful message to those most vulnerable that they matter. And we can send a message to the localities across the country that human rights make sense. Communities are stronger, they're financially successful, and they are more secure because we live out our human rights values. Thank you again to the Center, and I want to thank you for the positive impact we're going to be making in the future. Thank you.